Are these common beliefs about adopting dogs true?
Hey everyone, we're Girl Scout Troop 4844. For our Girl Scout Silverwood project, we visited our local Humane Society and interviewed employees there.
But that's not why you're here. You're here because you're thinking about getting a dog, and that's so exciting. Dogs make amazing companions. However, before you dive into dog rescuing, there are some things you have to know.
Those wonderful pups are waiting in shelters for someone to give them a better chance at life. There are tons of myths and preconceptions about adopting these dogs, and today we're talking about some of the common beliefs about rescuing these awesome pets. Let's jump right in.
Myth 1. Older dogs are harder to train.
Puppies are super energetic and usually catch on to new commands pretty fast, while older dogs tend to learn more slowly. Even though they can be patient and focused, they might not pick up on things as quickly as younger pups. A lot of older dogs already know basic commands, but they might need more practice to understand them well. Training an older dog can be rewarding solely because of the bond you can create. Just remember, even though it might take a bit longer to learn, older dogs can still do great things with some love and patience.
A common myth is that shelter dogs are more aggressive than dogs from breeders, but that is just not true. A dog's behavior depends on their own experiences and training, not where they came from. Many shelter dogs are super sweet and loving, just waiting for a chance to show off how great they are. You'll find all sorts of personalities at the shelter, and spending time with them will help see their true colors. Myth 3. Smaller dogs get adopted more. Smaller dogs get adopted way faster than bigger ones. Yeah, a lot of people live in apartments and just assume small dogs are easier to handle, but bigger dogs can be just as gentle and often need homes even more. It's not about the size, it's about finding the right match. Myth 4. You can't adopt a dog if you work full-time.
A lot of people think they can't adopt a dog because they have a full-time job, but that's not true at all. Lots of people work and still have dogs. The key is to plan ahead. You can hire a dog walker, have a friend check in on them, or even look for a doggy daycare. With a little creativity, you can definitely have a furry friend waiting for you when you get home.
Myth 5. An old adopted dog wouldn't love me like a puppy would. Some people think that older shelter dogs won't develop a loving relationship, but that isn't true. Old dogs are often grateful and loyal because they have been through some tough times and appreciate the second chance you're giving them, especially shelter dogs. They might not have the zoomies of a puppy, but they still cuddle, play, and totally become your best friend. Plus, they usually come with some training, making it easier to build that heart-melting connection without the chaos of puppyhood. So yes, adopt an older dog and prepare for endless tail wag and loyal snuggles.
And what I do.
We also had some questions and decided to turn to an expert in dog adoptions for answers.
Hello, my name is Areli. I work at the San Diego Humane Society, and I'm an adoption counselor here.
Are younger dogs adopted more?
Yes, for sure. I feel like people are typically looking for a little bit more of our younger dogs, so older dogs kind of get looked over a little bit. Most of our older dogs also tend to have like a bit of like more medical concerns, and that kind of like scares people away. Yeah, especially for some adopters, they have kind of boxes that they want to check off, and smaller dogs is kind of easier to kind of like mold them to whatever you're looking for. And then it's also that like heartbreak that comes with owning a dog, so you don't have as much time as you do with younger dogs.
Along with the previous question, so would smaller dogs get adopted less often then?
So with our smaller dogs, so if you like walk around the facility, we have lots of huskies, lots of shepherds, lots of pitties. So everybody's kind of also looking for the smaller dogs, just because San Diego, it's also pretty pricey. So they're looking for a smaller dog, whether that's like for their home, their apartment, anything like that. But small dogs get adopted very, very quickly. Yeah.
Are rescue dogs usually not as good as kids?
I feel like it depends on the dogs that you're looking for. So we have more of our like high energy dogs that so they get walked twice a day here at the shelter, and when they're more high energy, they tend to have that like built up energy, and so when you take them out, they might not perform as well as our like lower energy dogs. But I think it kind of depends on who you're interested in. But I would say they are pretty good with kids. They just need time to like decompress and like not be super excited like on their first walk.
Are rescue dogs uglier or less desirable?
No. I love our dogs. I think they're super cute. I'm more of like a husky girl, and I could show you some huskies here that I think are super handsome. Like I have like my favorite husky right now. His name's Ranger. Oh my god, he's beautiful. I don't know. I think we have great dogs here.
Are bigger dogs more dangerous and harder to handle than small dogs?
I would actually say the opposite. I feel like most of our small dogs tend to be the ones that have like bites on records. It's usually when they get scared. Like you know that like Chihuahuas are a little barkier, a little snappier. I feel like our big dogs tend to be like the sweetest. Like we've had like huge dogs, maybe like I think we had one. It was like 145 pounds. Amazing, walked perfect on leash. But I guess they're harder to handle if they pull more. But I would say bigger dogs tend to have the nicer attitudes.
Are rescue dogs good for first-time owners?
I think so. I think it also depends on the dog. Like we have our bigger dogs that have more like impulsive arousal waivers. But I think there's definitely some dogs that would be great that we have that I can like think of as well. That would be like great first dog, like for first dog owners.
There's like dogs in these like kind of camps.
The animal rooms?
Yeah, like the ones here.
Yeah.
But then there's dogs in like the kennels all the way over there. Do they get adopted more? And then why are some in this area and some in the kennels?
Yeah, and the other ones. So it kind of depends. When there's dogs that are just super kennel stressed, that we can tell that it's because of like the barking that's going on in those types of kennels. We try to move them over here as fast as we can, just because if you go in these, they have like music playing, the walls are soundproof, it's like super fancy for them. But yeah, these definitely get adopted more also because it's like our main like adoption building. So if you say you're coming in for an adoption, they send you over here. These are the first ones you look at, and then you'll fall in love with one of these, and then you have more over there. But if they already have like their eyes set on one here, these are going to be the first ones that go. But it also depends on their like how long they've been here too. So there's some over there that are like deserving of like the nicer ones. So then they would also get like a nicer room.
We created this video because we believe every dog deserves a home. Rescue dogs are just as sweet and loving as any other dog, and we hope it helps more people look past the myths. Thanks for spending your time watching our documentary.
We hope this encouraged you to look into adopting a rescue dog.
Bye!